should introduce who you figuratively are.
No, I am literally Xenodamus. This is Dicejunkies.
That's disturbing.
And I'm
You're literally Xenodamus?
Yeah, man. No,
Okay.
Anyway. All right. Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And let's talk about some news. First up, we're going to talk about BlizzCon.
Oh, we're not going to start with Witcher?
I mean,
No, we should save that as a sweet final section.
okay, yeah, no, I mean, my my list that I prepared 5 seconds before the show, I threw down Blizzard first.
Wow, our list has 2 things on it.
Well, BlizzCon had several things added to talk about.
Yeah. Especially for you as a Diablo fan. I'm waiting to get your opinion on.
Let's there we go. Let's see. So yeah, let's go ahead and we'll jump right to Diablo. Diablo Immortal. The latest in Diablo stuff. Now, so lots of people were waiting for stuff from Diablo, and they got it.
Did they?
Well, they got something Diablo. I'm not saying
I'm
that.
not even a Diablo guy, and I was watching this going like, that sounds bad.
I know some people are going to be very excited about a mobile Diablo game. I have played mobile games and have enjoyed them for a short period of time. They don't usually have staying power, and they tend to be riddled with money.
Yeah, they tend to spike early and die young.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they tend to have a lot of cash grabs, so I've lost the word for it, like loot boxes and.
Well, that's why I have several key questions that I know you might be able to answer, but I'm going to get you to try for me.
I don't know a lot about this other than that it's a mobile game. You can see the controls in the in the demo where it has on the lower left-hand corner, you have where you touch the screen and use a stick, and then in the lower right-hand corner you have what appears to be your abilities and stuff like that, which honestly takes up a good portion of your screen. It sort of makes it less of a phone game and maybe more of a tablet game. I don't know. I mean, depending on the size of your screen, some of the larger screens, it won't be as big of a deal.
Like tablets, I think it'll be all right. But
yeah, here you can sort of see. Yeah, if you're watching the video, you could see where the little symbols were to push. I'm not a big fan of the style, and honestly, I would prefer just more PC content, or PC console content, because Diablo is on all the consoles as well. So
yeah, well, an interesting question I had for you almost immediately is I looked at you and said, how do the hotkeys work? And that's when we found out you noticed the button pattern.
Yeah.
I was like, that doesn't seem like enough, man. I love setting up a hotkey spread.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't know enough about this game. I wasn't, and if I search YouTube more, I may be able to find out more. But I was angered early by the title and it being a mobile game, and then I sort of lost interest in searching more on the game after, a guy in at BlizzCon asked them, "Hey, are you going to bring this to PC?" And they're like, "Well, no. Why? Everybody has a phone."
Yeah. I mean, like, I was going to wait a moment before we get into exactly that part. But first, more on the game. If you said that it's going to have to definitely play a little different, being an actual PC player to be as a mobile app, it's not going to be exactly.
Oh, no, you definitely can't play as you do on the PC. I mean, even, I'll be honest, dude, I mean, if you go from PC to console's actually different than the PC version.
Yeah.
Diablo was originally made for PC. Mm-hmm. This is a notoriously PC game, and then there's been ports over to console. So, and that's why a lot of the Diablo fan base is really annoyed by the mobile, is just because
They're PC.
Yeah, and that's where their largest fan base is PC, because that's where it started, man.
I mean, honestly, I think a smarter move would have been, instead of making the new content mobile, if they put out a version of Diablo 3 on mobile, I don't think it would have had. If they actually said this is a mobile Diablo 3, people wouldn't feel like they were missing out because they have Diablo 3.
Yeah. But I mean, this is obviously different. I mean, you see the in the preview, they have somebody like jumping on a rope and climbing down. That doesn't happen in Diablo 3. The characters are the same classes that are in Diablo 3, the ones that I saw, but they are reskinned.
The Necromancer look awesome.
The Necromancer almost looked just like the CGI from Diablo 3. The Barbarian looked different. It looked a good bit different. The
Monk?
The Demon Hunter looked very similar. The Monk looked different.
I thought the Monk looked different from when our friend Mike was playing it. Like, I looked at him and said, like, that Monk looks a little different.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing that happened. I can't comment on this in one way. I was a big Kingdom Hearts fan, as you know. Mm-hmm. And a great disappointment to me was that I played it on console. Mm-hmm. I did not own any of the mobiles. So when they came out with Dream Drop and all the iterations that were actual story, had main storyline in them, I was very upset because I wasn't going to go buy a mobile for it. So I felt like they had made it impossible for me to play the whole series.
Yeah, and that is one of the other problems. This takes place in between Diablo 2 and Diablo 3. Mm-hmm. So this is story that you're going to have to either watch somebody play or...
I mean, thank God for YouTube, right?
Yeah.
The gamers out there will go through this game for you and let you know what you missed, but that's not the same as playing it. I mean, I had to do that. I had to go on YouTube and find out what happened in the non-console PlayStation 2 and 3
But
versions of the game.
To put original story on mobile only, though, I mean, I get annoyed when they do it on, like, consoles and the like Game Boys and PS4s and stuff, where they'll throw on sort of like, you said with Kingdom Hearts, it's like, you have an audience here, and maybe it's for consoles. I can understand it a little bit because, okay, maybe you're trying to get people to buy that device, but you're not even doing it to a mobile phone. There's not even that,
And while I will say, yes, Blizzard, everyone owns a phone, not everybody owns a phone that's of the quality level to play a top-tier game.
Yeah.
Some people have a basic phone. Some people don't have the newest. I don't have the newest phone.
Well, that and porting it over to PC shouldn't be that difficult of a task.
But now let's get on to the meat of the Diablo part, which is... no matter how you felt about the decision, the reaction and audience interaction after that got pretty spicy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it got a little spicy. I wouldn't say pretty spicy. There was a lot of boos. There was also some people that, were like, is this a joke? A lot of the audience. But at the same time, you had people, defending it, to the point of apologizing for other people's comments, which I
was so mad.
I've never quite understood somebody apologizing for somebody else's comments. Because, like, if I say something, I don't want somebody else to apologize for what I said. If anybody's going to apologize for something I say, well, nobody's going to apologize for anything I say.
Yeah.
But definitely somebody else should not apologize.
Oh, man, I'd have been furious. Like, I was amazed I did not. See, our boy Jarek, that's Mike there, was saying he doesn't play that style. Me neither. I mean, touchscreen is not appeal to me on any level.
No, well, I mean, look, dude, I bought most of the Final Fantasies on the mobile phone because for a while, the older ones, you either had to go emulator or mobile.
Don't say that word.
And my thing is, I try to be sure to go legal when I can. So I was like, I'll go with mobile phone. And they have that same style of movement where you're touching the screen and you have to. And it's a clunky movement
And
system.
at least,
I don't care for it.
And what's worse is in those games, at least it's turn-based and stuff enough that it isn't nearly as demanding as trying to play a active combat game while using a touchscreen. I can't even text worth a dang, as you well know. I know I'd get my butt kicked.
Well, I mean, you remember the old JRPGs, so it can get annoying when you're having to go through some poison and you accidentally get that extra step down.
Or you pick the wrong move off your menu.
Or you're trying to get over to that castle real quick and you actually take that extra move down and that happens to be an encounter and you're like, dang it, I didn't need encounters at this point. You know, you're trying to get there without any encounters.
Instead of myself, damn it.
Yeah.
But like the reaction got me was that, okay, some of the people got up there were a little saucy, not really rude. They were just like, hey man, it's like, this is a joke. But like somebody getting up and going, I'm sorry about what that other guy said. Mm-hmm. First of all, you're not accountable for another adult, A, and B, well, that's it, actually. Like, what are you doing? Like, that was, and him actually going like, "Oh, thank you." What are you doing? Like, that was the weirdest little moment.
It's not something to really, I guess, hound on. I mean,
if it was me, I'd be pissed.
It happens all the time. I mean, it's not uncomment worthy, but also at the same time, you know.
I guess I was projecting too much of like how much I would have flipped out if somebody stood up and had the nerve.
It happens. It happens all the time. You just don't normally see it, you know.
Yeah, but the reply of, hey man, you all have phones, don't you? I was like, that's not the most adult and business-like way to approach that complaint. You know, what you can do is just go, hey, look, we might have a PC iteration in the future. We'll consider it.
That's all they had to say. And I mean, in a roundabout way, they sort of said, there's like, well, everybody has phones. And then they go, well, there's none planned at this time. And it's just like, okay, why didn't you just say that? Yeah.
Well, I'm just, and this goes into the fact that gaming companies have gotten weirdly defensive and crybaby-ish almost. Like, did I keep hearing them when somebody criticizes them, they flip out or they go back at them, and I'm like, hey man, you're the one trying to sell something to people. You have to accept the fact that the market may not agree with you. That's kind of how it works.
I mean, it's a weird market right now, and I don't know how much of it is. You know, once again, and I don't want to get political, but it's one of those things of I don't know how much, because you see like, okay, these people over here, they argue about something, and it's like, oh, we're listening to you, but these people over here, they argue, and it's like, just fucking deal with it, you know, and it's like, okay, that's just weird.
Yeah, picking sides as a business is odd to me.
Yeah, I don't recall, you know, businesses picking sides a lot, especially when it comes to the game industry. I always just thought you went for a market, you know.
Yeah, and it annoys me, and I'm not always on the side that's the unpopular side, but still I'm like, I don't like you picking sides. Like, try to sell to everybody, man. Why don't you put out a game?
Well, you're not going to sell to everybody. No game is going to sell to everybody.
I know, but I mean, don't also tell somebody, don't play my game.
The big thing is when you build up an audience and you try to jump to a different audience.
That is messed up to do
that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't. It's usually a really poor business move. I mean, usually whenever you see that happen, the game doesn't go over very well.
And Jarek made a good point. You knew your crowd was PC gamers.
Yeah, no,
they had to be. It's freaking Diablo, and 90% of Blizzard's games, I think, are PC, aren't they? There aren't a lot of mobile Blizzard games.
Well, PC or console.
Yeah, so you're talking to a PC crowd.
But, I mean, they had their biggest foothold in PC. They started with PC. A lot of their games never made it to console because of just the style of games they really weren't doable on console. I mean, even for Diablo, they had to change up things to make it work on the console.
Yeah. And like you said, all they got to do is say, hey, look, we're trying this out first. If it does well, we might consider a PC port. You don't have to make a promise, but you don't want to go like, don't be silly, like use your phone. Like that's not the way you ever. When somebody asks you if you're going to do something, your answer should be maybe. It should never be no. It should be maybe because.
But I mean, it could be a great game. I'm also not going to judge the game. It's not a game I'm going to play because I just don't care for the style of the game, and I hate that because I hate missing more of the lore. Anyway, let's so some of the other stuff from BlizzCon. They did show a new character from. Which they did this whole video Overwatch animated short. I'm not gonna play it because I don't know exactly. I mean, it's a pretty long short. I mean, it's 8 minutes long.
They tend to do that.
But
for
if we
each
fast
character.
forward a little bit, you'll see that chick there,
Ash.
That is the I think the one that they announced for sure is going to be, I think, the next character for Overwatch. But throughout this video, they show several different characters that could possibly be future characters as well.
Well, I just made my comment of, knowing our awesome cosplay friends, we're expecting before the week's out, there will be an Instagram cosplay picture. They are fast.
Oh yeah,
This will pop up quick. Like, I bet before the week's out.
And I'm not going to talk on this long because I'm not a big Overwatch person. Like, I don't play Overwatch myself. I try to keep up to date a little bit with it just because so many cosplayers, the cons we go to and stuff, do Overwatch cosplay. It's a very popular cosplay.
Well, that's why I wear cosplay.
And we do know a lot of gamers from Overwatch. It's not something I've ever jumped into.
So you're not gonna like put out your prediction for how long before they nerf her? Because every new character like comes out and then shortly afterward has to be nerfed.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
I'm waiting for the nerf. Like
it's yeah. No, you hear about the nerf constantly, but I can't really say anything on the nerf because I don't know. Eventually they'll nerf her.
I give it. I'm gonna say a month. I say like a month after gameplay, after everyone's finished complaining about how broken she is, she will be nerfed.
I mean,
or they'll nerf everyone else to bring her down to her level.
You never know. I mean, it's.
I like the look of the character.
I mean, Blizzard is notorious for their newest characters. I mean, and not just Overwatch, in anything. Whenever they release a new class, something like that, a lot of times it gets nerfed before it even gets out of beta, and then it comes out really crappy when it goes real. And then they change their characters constantly. So, and they've done that with World of Warcraft. They've done that with Diablo. They're always tweaking the characters to try to get balance, and it's usually just a seesaw of OP and nerf.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Like, our boy David used to do videos where it's like, let's see what they've done to the Necromancer now.
Yeah.
And it's like whole sets of armor had to be switched out because the gameplay would change enough that an equipment set didn't work.
Or they would just, I mean, the thing is when it comes to, going back to Diablo, when it comes to stuff like Diablo, a keyword change on one piece of a set can completely change how that set works and
completely rock the top leaderboard.
Yeah,
like violently change the top dogs.
So, once again, I mean that's gonna happen.
I mean, I won't lie, dude. Overwatch is just cosplay fuel for me. Every time a new character comes out, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be awesome when Hane or Suzanne or Starfa, I'm like, oh man, when they start throwing those out, it's gonna be great.
And I mean, I bet there's already porn on Pornhub for her. I mean. What, man? You know it happens with every character.
That was not like, we don't want to go straight from our cosplay friends to Pornhub. Like with
well, no. I'm just
like,
saying.
Let's throw out all these cosplayers' names. Now let's talk about like Overwatch porn.
I'm just saying, man. What rule 34?
It's far past Rule 34. Overwatch has its own category.
Let's scroll down on that and go to the next part of.
Now I hate you. You talk about you hate me. I hate you now. I'm glad I took all your care.
Yeah, I'm not really talking about Hearthstone. I don't play it enough. There is going to be a new expansion for Hearthstone. They announced. Next,
it's going to be a mobile. No, I'm kidding.
Let's see. Did they have a World of Warcraft Classic up there? I think.
Yeah, World of Warcraft Classic.
Yeah. So World of Warcraft Classic arrives apparently summer 2019. Now this is actually something that might get me back into World of Warcraft, but
they said it was a 1-hour demo. If you were at BlizzCon, you could buy a ticket for.
And I didn't get I did not get the ticket for the BlizzCon, but
at least it comes as part of your WoW subscription. Apparently, you don't need a new one.
Yeah, But I mean, my WoW subscription's long dead. It's just
Res it, man.
I've been thinking of replaying some of the more classic World of Warcraft.
I'll even for me, I don't even know what classic really
I need
means.
more details on exactly how. Like, see that's concerning. Some of the stuff in the video.
Well, no, they're reversing it. They're showing that they're going back to classic.
Okay.
See how
there
it's
we
all
go.
going in
Yeah.
Which I mean, I think they're doing is just reversing. It sounds like the biggest thing is they're going to be reversing a lot of the story. Maybe going a different direction from this.
It's supposed to be just vanilla, to my understanding. So you don't have the flying mounts. You don't have the.
So it's WoW minus all DLC.
Yeah.
Is that appealing?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just thrown off by the concept of this is WoW before all that stuff.
Well, because if you get on WoW right now, going through the beginning stuff, hitting like level 70 or whatever, you can do in an hour.
I mean, I heard there's an option to just freaking start like level 70, isn't there?
Yeah, well, depending on certain things. I think when you buy the game, they tend to give you a token to start one character at a high level.
Like want to skip all of this part of the game?
Yeah. But I mean, Classic was a much longer grind. You had some dungeons that aren't around anymore. Whoa, there's a bunch of comments that have happened since. Let's see.
Somebody got to do it.
Let's see. Just got here. Did you discuss Diablo Immortal yet? Yes, we did. Let's see. That's been the
we are not
almost
happy.
Yeah. Same. Okay. For the classic demo, we got to mess around in Sentinel Hill, and that was it. Okay. Angie, do you know if did you see if the graphics are the improved graphics staying, or did they go back to the classic graphics as well for classic?
Hey, I can't believe they're saying that there shouldn't be stupid Kung Fu Pandas in, WoW. I thought that was when WoW really started to get...
No. That's when I quit playing
but
WoW.
There were Kung
was
Fu
with
Pandas.
I refused for the longest to even touch WoW when the Pandoria expansion or whatever.
But they were big, fat Kung Fu Pandas with, special whiskey powers, which were drunken panda food.
As a matter of fact, it's going to have the new graphics. Angie and her husband forced me to play a panda for a while one time, and I was not happy.
I could totally see Xeno Panda.
Yeah, I was not happy. So
at gunpoint. Yeah, I'm imagining there was a gun involved to play a panda. Like, when I saw pandas, I thought WoW had just jumped an impressive shark there. I was like, wow, did you see that shark get jumped? Like, she doesn't know what shark jumping is. My editor's looking at me like, what's shark jumping? Like,
yeah.
Oh, stop muting me. You can't censor the truth.
Like, the sound was entirely off?
No, he sounded far away, but he was backwards.
Oh, he was leaning backwards.
Away.
Okay, so... But no. Angie prints all my T-shirts. I had to do what she says, because.
But sounds like suffering to play a panda. I know you had to hate every moment of being a fat panda.
But yeah. So anyway, let's the Warcraft 3 Reforged.
Man, that looks good.
I'm interested in this. Now, this was the one thing that really got my attention and this is the cinematic trailer. They had some gameplay stuff that I've seen on YouTube and stuff, and it looks really good. It looks good, and Warcraft 3 was such a awesome game. So for them to bring it back, put in 4K textures and graphics, and
it may be the first one I play.
It will probably be one that I pick up. Now, hopefully they don't do something stupid and add some kind of mechanic of pay to win, or
you're afraid they're going to loot box your Warcraft?
Yeah,
loot box your Warcraft 3?
Microtransaction. Hopefully they don't throw some kind of microtransactions in there. But I'm beginning to be concerned with Blizzard, so I don't know.
These two guys are so dead.
But no, as far as a strategy game goes, it was a really good one, and I haven't seen one that compares to Warcraft 3 in a long time. There's some new boards apparently, a new campaign or something, so it's gonna have some new content as well. Really looking forward to that.
The gameplay looks so good that I'm not like, every time everybody told me I need to play Warcraft, what stopped me was the retro graphics. But when I saw this, I said, "Oh, awesome! This looks good." Because I was like, "Okay, this is modern graphics. The animation was excellent." I was like, "All right, maybe I'll finally grab a copy and go ahead and play through it since it looks so good now. It wouldn't feel like I was playing a retro game."
Yeah. No, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Let's see what else we got.
If only they had moved their hands over and I'm sorry, man.
It's in a subtitle. I can't quit you.
Yeah. At least we died doing what we love. That would have been the greatest finale.
There's StarCraft.
Hey, look,
stuff.
the StarCraft's still the thing.
I couldn't get into StarCraft 2, man. I couldn't do it.
That's our boy Kitsune. Yeah, we would have needed him to tell us if this matters.
Yeah. Destiny 2 is free to own on Battle.net from November 2nd to 18th, November 18th. If you download it now, then you have it. Of course, Destiny 2, you got to pay for a bunch of stuff. And
I know that our local our local well-known specialist is going to have a video because he's been telling them, go ahead and make it free to play if you're going to do all the microtransactions, and they're doing it for a week or two. So that's entertaining. I know he's going to have fun with that. I'm surprised he hasn't already posted something.
I'll leave 5 watchers, no clout, name's not on the screen. I'm going to support some look. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Probably because I don't have the text or anything set up to pop up on the screen. Maybe, I don't know. But no. The thing is with Destiny 2, you can already get it for free with like PlayStation Plus. I know does it for free.
Oh yeah.
So it's been free for a while on at least the PlayStation 4. But apparently now they're going to have a free download for everybody through Battle.net. So,
should I go get a copy?
I mean, it's just a sign of I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people that like this game. I couldn't do this one either. So,
I mean, I'm not an MMO guy anyway. I prefer rather standard RPGs. So. I don't do a lot of the MMO scene, and the people I know who keep talking about Destiny 2 have not said anything that piqued my interest. In fact, it's usually all I hear is complaining.
Yeah.
And I tend to not be an idiot and go get games that people are complaining about constantly because I'm like, well, I don't want a game that's going to be annoying or make me complain about it constantly. So I jumped off.
Yeah.
I almost grabbed Red Dead Redemption 2, and while I keep hearing people say it's a good game, I'm also hearing a lot of complaining. So I'm like, I might wait until they fix whatever that is. It's got everybody complaining about it so much. Because, let's be honest, man. It'll be cheaper later.
Yeah.
Game of the Year edition will be out probably in a year. So I'll wait, grab it when they patched and they put in all those things that take out the repetitive parts or the glitchy parts or whatever people are whining about now. There's not a lot of reason to buy a game on release. In fact, I've already regretted doing it recently. There's a game I bought that I keep saying, well, they'll fix it, but by the time they fix it, it'll probably be half what I paid for it.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. Biggest thing from BlizzCon, though, was the Warcraft 3, really? the World of Warcraft Classic announcement, and then the craziness of the Diablo mobile. So,
hey, man, mobiles are the new future. It's what everybody's into. Everybody's going to want to play all their biggest favorite games on a small
Speaking
phone.
to your mic, by the way, man. You keep backing
all
up.
All of your people.
You've done this long enough. You should actually be able to.
I'm a hack, man. You didn't see our coalition post, man. I'm a hack.
All right, so here's let's talk about Netflix some. I mean, Netflix pretty much is the one thing that consistently, I think, gives us news just about every week of something to talk about.
They are usually doing something.
So some shots of Henry Cavill as
Superman.
No, as Geralt. I mean,
but it's totally Superman.
Yeah, but I was saying as, and then you go Superman. No, not Superman. He's not Superman right now.
That's Superman.
He
cosplaying as the
He's
Geralt.
Superman at other times, but not right now.
He looks like Superman right now to me.
Gotta love that chin.
I know. Like, here's what happens when you get a really recognizable face and you put him in another role.
But it does look like it looks like Henry Cavill playing as cosplaying as The Witcher. It does not look like The Witcher.
Like, now I want to see Wonder Woman walk in as Siri. Like, I just want to see him do the whole thing. Wonder Woman walks in as Siri. Like Ben Affleck walks in as like Geralt's trainer and just do the whole Justice League.
Yeah.
Someone's going to do that. Someone is totally going to paste that or Photoshop that in.
But
How'd you like it, man?
scroll down. You can hit a little play on a video, and it shows the I guess a different headshot. But yeah, no. I mean, I'm really concerned about this show. Like I was hoping it would be good, but it keeps every little piece that I see just makes me cringe a little more, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping there's some good booze in that potion he just drank. Then
that was such a weird drinking animation too. I don't know why, but it looked odd the way he was like, it's like, take a shot of this.
Yeah.
Convince myself I'm Geralt. Like, yeah. No, man, I don't know. I mean, here's the problem. Somebody made a good defense that says he looks more like what he's supposed to look like in the book.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is being someone who only is familiar with the games.
Jarek says at least the upper lip isn't CGI. So,
hey, man. I mean, that's the thing.
They got him to shave off the porn stash.
Yeah, that would have been funny if he still had the CGI lip. That would have been entertaining. But no, the thing is that I'm used to the games, and he does not look as grizzled as I'm used to seeing him from even the first Witcher. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting thrown off by the look. But somebody said, no, man. Like, Geralt, the book's supposed to be super handsome and younger. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, guess what? The book doesn't have pictures, so most people are expecting the damn video game.
Yeah.
Like, that's the problem.
And I don't know. Maybe I don't know how exactly Netflix got a hold of this. Maybe they got a hold of the licensing for the book. Being the guy sold the licensing for the game of the book to CD Projekt Red and tried to sue them because they made more than he was hoping.
That was so funny.
So
made a lot of money.
I don't know. Maybe he sold the book rights. I don't know.
And then that'd be funny if the series blows up and he's like, "Damn it!
Yeah.
How do I keep underestimating
and so
the value
maybe
of
the
my
series is more closely to the book. I haven't read the books. All I know is the game because the books really weren't that popular.
Apparently, the guy didn't expect any of that to do that well. Jag says it gets one. Everybody gets one.
Well, no, and I definitely agree that I will most likely at least watch the first. I usually try to watch at least the first 3 episodes of something because a first episode is hard to just judge something off of just one episode.
Well, I got a lot of quit in me, so I have no problem watching one episode and going, I'm out.
Now, Castlevania, now Netflix, we watched the first, I think, 3 of that so far. I haven't finished watching it.
We got to sit down and finish that, man.
Love it so far. The new season is good. I was happy to see the things that I saw. I'm not going to talk much about it because I know a lot of people still haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, I just said a name, but
you'll
love Carmilla.
But yeah, no. And she shows up pretty early on, so
yeah.
Once again, we've only seen the first 3 episodes, so we can't spoil much anyway. Yeah, I saw there's a 3rd season on order. So
apparently they did not have the same problem as Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Yeah. I'm still surprised they're in the middle of making Jessica Jones' 3rd season But
they claim that they lost 2/3 of the audience for Luke Cage and Iron Fist. And I was like, really? Everybody I know watched Luke Cage second season. So like, apparently it wasn't the 2/3 of the people I know.
Yeah.
You know, like I have not seen that. I mean, I know Iron Fist dropped off because a lot of people weren't expecting a lot, but they claim Luke Cage lost 59% of its viewership on the second season. I was like, really?
I thought. I mean, I've heard a lot of people complain about Luke Cage season 2. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was actually pretty good, but I have I've seen a few complaints. I know. I think one of our friends from Black Packet Podcast I saw on Facebook saying that it sucked. He thought it sucked. So I was like,
that's what he wants. Then now we don't have any more Luke Cage.
So yeah, but I enjoyed it. And the biggest thing is just where they ended it. I thought was just a weird spot to cancel a season. It was almost one of those cliffhangers where you're like, okay, this is a cliffhanger for a guaranteed third season.
Yeah, you can't just leave it here. And now I'm like, well, what the hell are they going to do with this?
Really? Angela says Luke Cage lost her toward the end of the first season.
I wasn't a fan of, what was it, Copperhead or Diamondback or whatever? I wasn't a fan of him, I'll admit. Like, as a villain stepping in, he was not my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
But it was still a good show. But I could have done without him. He felt tacked on. You know, I wasn't a big fan of him. But I thought Bushmaster was fairly interesting from season 2. While it wasn't perfect, I thought he was pretty good.
Now, Jessica Jones, I actually liked the first season of Jessica Jones, but it wasn't Jessica Jones. It was the Purple Man. The Purple Man.
Was it Kilgrave?
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave made Jessica Jones awesome, but the second season of Jessica Jones was trash.
I mean, it's sort of like, to me, the third season of Daredevil. It wasn't the Daredevil that made that season interesting at all. It was Kingpin.
I haven't seen that either. I gotta. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, to me, Kingpin was what made the third season worth watching.
Well, he was easily one of the better parts of the first season. He was amazing. Hell, he was a great part of the second season. He wasn't even in it that much. But every time he was freaking amazing. You were like, oh yeah. And his wife, Ms. Kingpin, Ms. Fisk.
Look, I really loved him as a doctor, but when he did Purple Man, I was just like, okay. Like, David Tennant as an evil guy, I almost can't see him as the Doctor anymore because he did such a good job.
I became a fan solely based on that. I didn't watch Doctor Who, and everybody went on, and I wasn't overly wowed by it. But when I saw him in Jessica Jones, I was like, this dude's amazing. Like, but now I don't want to see him as a doctor because I don't want to see him as a hero. I want to only see him as a villain.
I mean, David Tennant was a really good doctor, but he showed a range that you did not know he had, I guess, with Kilgrave.
He was impressive.
He managed to pull something off I didn't think was doable. So that to me was what sold me on him.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was like, oh man, he's got to die. He is so evil. You've got to kill him. I'm loving him, but I'm going like, Jessica, you got to kill this guy. I don't like his kind of tacked on parts in the second season of Jessica Jones because I'm like, you told a good story. Move on. You know, sometimes you don't want to always flash back to something when it was really good. And I was like, did you do this just to try to get a little bit of extra, like, hey, people, you'll see more David Tennant in the second season? It's like, no, that's just, I felt like that was just to pull you in and wasn't necessary to the story. I don't think it was really relevant to the second story. Though I admit there was no real villain. If you told me who was the bad guy in the second season of Jessica Jones, I'd be like, not anybody of notice. And yes, I do know. I remember who it was, but they never mattered to me at all. At all.
So.
An octopus. We're not going to that weird octopus DNA. What the hell?
I don't know.
Or was it squid? Was it squid or octopus?
I think it was squid.
Squid DNA, y'all. Squid.
But I don't remember. Anyway, I think. Oh goodness, you're hurting my head over here, dude. I'm gonna end this segment here because I'm done. Man. I'm done.
You want to talk about
done.
Iron Fist too?
No. All right, guys. Look, that's gonna be the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you think in the comments and all that stuff. If you're on the live stream will roll into random encounters after this. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you're listening on the podcast, Random Encounters is coming up next. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.